I felt in last couple of months or so that my growth was stagnated, and there was a prolonged period of time where I was suffering from low confidence, and I used to feel very emotionally vulnerable. So I was looking for different ways to improve my external communication, and because of which I believe, I mean, these kind of external communication programs and stuff, which I thought would solve my problems, and that's when I stumbled upon Zenith School of Leadership.
Can understand is that you came here to raise your bar because you felt like you were capable of more and you wanted to be able to show that to yourself and to the people around you. So let me ask you this. Were there certain specific things that you were looking for when you enrolled in communication intelligence?
If I think about it, I found it very difficult to understand people and address the requirements, and which left me in a very difficult and uncomfortable position. And and that made it difficult for me to communicate also at times, and I used to shut myself. I'm Abha, and I'm a professional working as a consultant with an MNC. And on my personal front, I have a wonderful supporting husband and two little kids. Life after Zenith has been very enriching, and little did I know that there could be such a great shift in my attitude and my self-talk. I understood that it was mainly my inner work that was most critical for my growth, and this has been, phenomenal.
People around you must have noticed a shift. So, how has the perception of the people around you in your personal or your professional life changed towards you over the last couple of weeks?
First of all, I feel a difference in while communicating with other people, be it my family or colleagues. In fact, I have also received compliments from people about how they perceive me now, and there is a deeper connection, and that is very evident.
That's the core thing it seems that you were here for, that the fact that you were not able to really connect and understand where people were coming from. And that shift seems to be so wonderful.
With Gurleen ma'am, I think she's a person who can see through you, can exactly pick, your area of improvement and development. She is super motivating, and I love that she can instantly lift you up, lift your energies, and I really appreciate her endless faith in each person to grow and reach their zenith. So I'm really happy to have her as a mentor. And yes, Gulin ma'am says that it's all about continuous improvement and development, learning. So even though I feel she's already aced it, but thanks to her, I am now a learner for life.
I do also want to ask you, you're sitting in a prestigious position in a corporate, and you've been in the corporate world for a while. You have several years of experience behind you. And you must have attended a lot of trainings in the last several years. I want to understand what separates Gurleen ma'am as a coach from all the other trainings that you have attended.
So Gurleen ma'am, I feel she's an all-in-one coach and mentor, and that is for a lifetime. And she's very warm and welcoming every single time, and she understands each person very individually. Although we were in a group, but she understood each person's need. And frankly, I had joined this course for just becoming a better communicator, but she has helped me grow in all the facets of my life. So, be it mentally, spiritually, and even in my personal relationships. I couldn't have asked for more actually. It was more about first about the personal self work, which we had to undergo, and the internal communication which we had within ourselves. That was the pivoting, part for me. And all the tools and techniques created by Gurleen ma'am were very straightforward and very easily applicable. And that's what makes it, continue the whole journey. And most importantly, the community of people who are like-minded and also willing to grow. So each person in the group was a huge contribution to my growth. And so I feel I'm learning in all areas, my relationships, with my family and my colleagues have drastically improved for me. Especially, I feel the difference, and I would definitely recommend Zenith to every professional who feels stuck in the phase of life, in the career, and special mention to you, Miss Afreen, for being such an accountable guide. Thank you so much.
I'm just very grateful that I get to be a part of this journey. I do truly believe that your intention, your commitment, your dedication plays the major role. I'm just happy that I'm here. So I'm grateful for you to be giving me this opportunity. It sounds like to me that you came for personal growth, but you're going back with a family, a community that you can stay in touch and that you can count on for a lifetime. And that has always been the goal with Zenith. And it makes us very happy to know that you have that feeling in your heart that this is a platform that you can come back to at any given point in your life whenever you feel like, okay, you need a community to fall back on, or even a community to just have fun with. That makes me very happy. Why should any working professional be a part of communication intelligence?
Like, I think personally, I feel everyone needs a mentor in their life, and this is where, and Zenith is one place I would recommend, because ma'am understands and knows our needs, and she'll definitely help us in any way possible. I've seen her take additional classes and sessions for us, and even sitting for long hours, even though there was a time limit, and then she would stretch. Uh, that was only a leader can do such things. And she's touched our lives. I don't know, that's immeasurable, and I think this was the best investment in my life. I would say.
I think the genuineness with which you're saying it really shows and it reflects on your face. And you've said a very beautiful thing. Everybody does need a mentor. Otherwise, sooner or later, you'll find yourself wondering, okay, how can I do better in a certain direction of my life? And I would completely agree with you that Gurleen ma'am happens to be a really wonderful mentor in that sense. Ms. Abha, as I end this interview, let me just say what I have been saying for the last couple of weeks in all my interactions with you. It is always such a pleasure to talk to you, and not just because you're so interactive and so responsive and so very engaging in everything that you say, but also because you radiate a lot of positivity, a lot of good energy, which is always such a pleasure to be around. And allow me to thank you for being a part of your journey. It's truly been a pleasure. And thank you so much for your time today. We're very grateful that you decided to join us.
Thank you, Ms. Afrin. The pleasure is all mine. I'm so grateful to you, to Gurleen ma'am, and all your team. I know there must be a lot of back end work which we don't see, but I'm sure there is, and I'm grateful to each one of them.